Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, this is Rob Rosa, hopefully your favorite real estate broker. Listen, today I'm going out to show about 9 houses. Saturday morning, it's a beautiful morning, but I wanted to talk to you about tips for winning a bidding war on a house that you really want. See, that's what I'm going to be talking with my buyers about, because you know what? It's a hot market right now. And sometimes you find that perfect house, and it's the house that you want, that you need, that you feel like you're not going to be able to live without. But guess what? There's going to be 3, 4, 5 other offers on this particular house. So how are you going to actually get this house? Of course, besides step number 1 might be offering the most money. That's a pretty simple one. That's something that of course everyone would be thinking about. But what are some of the other ways in which you can win a bidding war? Because you have competition. You have other buyers out there right now. So yes, of course, number 1, up your offer. Make the offer for as much as you feel comfortable with. Make sure that you talk with your loan officer and you understand what the monthly payments will be like. Make sure you understand how much you're going to be on the hook for every month. How about this one? What does your pre-approval look like? Your letter from your lender. Is it just a pre-qual letter that the basically sellers and most other agents know? Doesn't really mean a whole lot. Did you actually get your credit checked? Did you give your pay stubs and your tax returns and so forth to your loan officer so that they can really see what your qualifications are and give you a much stronger letter? Because I can tell you, if I'm on the other side of things where I have a listing, I really work hard for my sellers as well, and I talk with that particular buyer's loan officer to see what information I can get about that buyer, and are they really a strong buyer? Are they someone that's going to be able to give me a smooth transaction? So when you're a buyer, you want to be able to tell these people, hey, listen, take my offer. It's going to be a smooth transaction. We're not going to have any major problems. I understand what the numbers are. Here's my letter, and I am ready to make things happen. How about the wonderful world of deposit? So, do you want to win this bidding war with this competition from other buyers? Well, guess what? Put down more money. Make that seller feel comfortable. Show them that you're not going to just walk away from the transaction quick, simple, and easy. Because remember, they have a momentum going as well. And they have tons and tons and tons of showings, and they're getting tons and tons of offers in today's world. And some sellers are nervous about saying, oh, let me just stop everything and accept this person's offer. And you want to make them feel comfortable, right? So increase your deposit or your down payment commitment. I have a particular buyer. I'm going to give you a little secret. He's an investor kind of person, right? But he'll make an offer on a house, $80,000 for a beat up home that needs all kinds of work and so forth. And a lot of times he might not be the highest bid. And I've been told by sellers that we were not the highest bid. But he will say, okay, here's $50,000 today, and I'll come to the closing in 3 weeks with the remaining $30,000. Right? So you might not be able to do that, but there's a big difference between putting down $1,000 for a deposit or initial down payment versus putting down $3,000, $5,000, $7,000, $10,000, $12,000. I mean, ultimately, you're going to get that money back. It's either going to go towards your down payment or possibly your closing costs, or maybe even return to you if you're doing a 100% financing program, which is, some of those that we have right now. But you want to make that seller feel comfortable, right? You want to show them that you're not going to just walk away, that you are there to buy this property, get it off their hands, and that everyone can have a smooth, comfortable, positive situation. How about the wonderful world of contingencies? Okay, is your real estate agent talking with you about these things? What are contingencies? Well, let me give you some examples. Inspection contingency, appraisal contingency, and so forth. And so mortgage commitment letter contingency. Well, if you have a strong lender and you're able, instead of having the seller wait 30 days to get a mortgage commitment letter, maybe you can get one in 10, 15, 20 days. It's not impossible. I met with a lender yesterday, spoke with them on the phone, that they said, hey, Rob, we can get your buyers a mortgage commitment letter in 10, 15 days if they give us all the paperwork right away. Now, does that give me an edge to be able to get our bids accepted more often? Yes. Every single one of these little things is a little bit more of an edge to help you out. Maybe you know about homes. Maybe you are able to kind of walk through the home. And again, I'm not telling you don't do an inspection, but I am telling you there are some instances where it will help you and you will not have huge amounts of risk to buy the home as is. You'll still be able to do, at least if you're working with me, I will make sure that you can still do the inspection for your safety if that's what you want to do. But guess what? Buying a house, especially if it's, a newer home and you can see this was done brand new, this was done brand new, that was done brand new, maybe you will feel more comfortable doing an as-is offer. And so that's a huge opportunity for you if you're able to accept that. But again, it goes by your comfort level. What is it that you're willing to do? Do you want to win this bidding war? You see, that's what it's all about. It's totally up to you. How about this? Are you able to pay in cash? Now, you might be like, oh, no, I've talked to my financial person and I've talked to my lender and I've talked to my accountant, and that's even though I have double the amount of cash, that's not a good idea for me. Well, maybe it's a temporary thing. Maybe you are able to pay in cash, make it happen, actually buy the home, and then take a loan on it afterwards, right? If you really need the cash for the future. There's reverse mortgages. You could take out a HELOC. There's all different types of things that you can do, especially when it comes to financing. So you know what? If you want to win this bidding war, do something different. Do something different than what the other buyers are doing. Because if you're working with maybe an agent or a lender that they're just giving you the same old thing to do, they're not giving you any ideas as to how to win this bidding war, then you have an issue. And I can tell you, I am seriously showing 9 houses today. And almost every one of those houses, I can probably say 90% of them will have an offer or multiple offers on them probably by Monday or Tuesday. That's how crazy it is over here in Connecticut right now. How about the wonderful world of an escalation clause? That's another opportunity to you. Simply put, it's an addendum in your offer that states that you're willing to go up a certain amount of money every single time if another buyer matches your offer. And now you'd be like, oh, Rob, wait a minute, that doesn't sound right to me. How do I know? Well, we can put something together that will actually tell the seller, hey, the only way we're willing to go up is if you're willing to show us. We don't need to see names, but we want to see real offers from other people. Let's verify things. Let's make sure things were done the right way. But I can tell you an escalation clause is definitely something that will help you. In fact, 2 agents on my team in probably the last 2 weeks, 10 days, we've talked about escalation clauses. They put it in their offer and they won the bidding war. So if your real estate broker or salesperson is not talking with you about these things, hey, maybe you need to take things to the next level, right? But remember, an escalation clause will definitely help you. Inspections. We talked a little bit previously in this call about inspections. Should you do an inspection? Of course, we definitely always recommend one. At the same time, how fast can you do an inspection? Again, the seller might be nervous about waiting, 15, 20 days. I received an offer on one of our properties about 4 or 5 days ago, and it said that they were going to do the inspection in 18 days. So I called back the buyer and I said, I don't know, we're kind of we have 2 other offers. We're kind of thinking about yours, but why should we wait 18 days? Why can't you do it in 8 days? Why can't you do it in 5 days, right? So as a buyer, if you want to have more chances for your bid to be accepted, put your inspector on speed dial. Hey, I just got a purchase and sale agreement. Can we do the inspection this afternoon? Can we do it tomorrow? Can we do it Monday? Right? There's no need to be waiting, right? And if you're able to do that, if you're able to talk with an inspector that you trust even while you're viewing properties, right? And ask that inspector, hey, if I find a house that I like, can you do the inspection for me within 48 hours? And a lot of inspectors will be like, hey, I'm ready. Yeah, my schedule is busy. Everybody's busy, but you're important enough to me that if you get a purchase and sale agreement assigned, I will do it within 48 hours, right? So that will be huge for you. And then lastly, right, one of the tips here before I go, because I need to get to my next appointment in a half an hour, is getting a little bit personal. I can tell you, now I know we see on the news, on these television shows, oh, write a letter. And sometimes that's good, but you do have to be careful about what you put in that letter, because you could actually turn people off a little bit too. But at the same time, I get personal as the buyer agent. I get involved in discussions with the seller's agent, and I get permission from my buyer to say, hey, is it okay if I tell them this about you or that about you and how you really want the home and this is what you're going to do and how you grew up a little bit, give them some ideas. I actually had a seller accept one of our offers, and he told me it was because I was so personal, making them feel comfortable that my buyer will be able to buy it without a problem. All right, so those, my friends, are my tips for winning a bidding war on a house that you really want. This is Rob Rosa. I appreciate your business. If you need some help, you let me know on the selling side. On the buying side, I have an awesome team at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, New England Properties. We are in the top 2% of the country nationwide in the Berkshire Hathaway Home Services system, which means out of 52,000 agents, we're in the top 2%. And the only reason why I tell you that is not to act arrogant, but to tell you that, hey, we're focused on helping our clients, on helping you. We're focused on making sure that you feel comfortable with everything that we're going to do. So I'm signing out. I hope you have an awesome, absolutely great day. Stay safe. Show people how much you love them, because you know what? I love all of you watching this right now. And I want to tell you, God bless you and have an amazing day.